Welcome back to the farm for another project. If it's your first time, welcome. I hope you enjoy. So we're going to be working on tonight something I'm really excited about. We're going to have the CNC and the laser both run at the same time. So let me show you what today's project is and let's get started. All right, so you can see I got some maple kind of cut up in pieces and kind of laid out here. So tonight what we're going to be making is we're going to be making some custom slate coasters with a custom display stand for them. Now I do have like some live edge and I do like the displays, but what I really love about this is I convinced the client to kind of let me have some kind of artistic freedom with this. Her husband is a kind of a fellow gearhead. He loves cars, loves tinkering on stuff like that. So for me, I said send me a whole bunch of pictures of all his like vehicles he's built and things he's done. So I'm actually going to be able to laser etch his actual pictures on the slate coasters. But he's a big Volkswagen guy. So what I'm going to end up doing here is the display box. I'm actually going to carve the Volkswagen symbol all the way through this wood on the side, and then on the back side of it I'm going to cut a little shallow groove, and I've got some pieces of aluminum that I'm going to drop in it, so the Volkswagen will actually be lit up with some aluminum on the back side. So hopefully it works out. I'm really excited about it. And since we're doing custom coasters that are going to be his vehicles, I kind of left the front of it open, so if he turns it sideways like this, he'll be able to see the slate coasters as kind of a display. Maybe if he turns it to the side, he'll be able to see the Volkswagen. So hopefully it turns out, you know, in my mind, sometimes what I think they're going to look like and what they finish out aren't always the same. So let's get the CNC started, and we'll jump over to the laser, and I'll show you what we'll be working on over there. All right, so I'm super excited about this because the wife was actually just saying, well, just look up some old Volkswagen stuff, he'll like it. And I said, well, send me some pictures of his cars so I can actually make the coasters that are going to have pictures from his vehicle. So the first we're going to be doing is this kind of picture of his bug in the shop, which is pretty sweet. And then the other one, which I really like, is she sent me a picture from the inside of the vehicle. So this is actually a picture of his dash, kind of a cool little artistic picture. And then I got a couple pictures of his puppy that we're going to do 2 coasters with that as well. So first we're going to carve is going to be the actual photo of his car in the shop. So let's get this thing started, and we'll get the CNC running, and hopefully we can get this all knocked out in one night. And there's the first coaster done. Picture of his bug in his shop. I think they're going to be happy with the detail on that, and that's pretty awesome. All right, now next we're going to do, actually be doing a carve of their puppy. We'll go on this one. So we're going to do a puppy when it was young, and then a puppy where it is now. So let's get this bug all sealed up, and we'll get the next one going. Laser just finished up getting the puppy all done. I'm amazed with the detail this machine can make. That's pretty awesome. All right, let's get a sealer coat on this one, and we'll get the next one on the machine. Alright, so there's the first one all finished up. Let's take it off here. Now, whenever I'm doing something real fine like this that I'm worried about possibly getting broke, I actually use both two-sided tape and I'll use my clamps just to be absolute sure that nothing's going to move or shift. So you can see a little bit of the tape here still stuck on the bottom. If we get this out of the way. Now you can actually see it goes all the way through on that emblem. Now initially I was going to put metal behind it, but I actually kind of think that's kind of cool just leaving it see-through. So I'm going to do some final sanding on this one while the other one's getting carved out. I ended up making a couple of changes. You can see I put this back on the CNC and actually took the top part of that emblem off just so it makes it not quite so bulky. And then here on the sides I actually came back down and kind of added these little grooves onto the side, so that way if the coasters are standing up, he can just take them out, but if any of them happen to fall, it'll be easier for him just having to tip this over to get the coasters out. Since I don't like these being real big and bulky, but I think they added a kind of extra little cool character to it. So now we're going to get this thing all glued together. Alright, so last night got all the coasters all finished up here. So there's the one with the dash and the speedometer. Then here's the one with his actual bug sitting in the shop. Then we got his new dog when it was a pup. And we have his new dog right now where it's kind of grown up a little bit bigger. So those came out great. I just got this taken out of the clamps. So here's a little tray holder for it. So that came out cool. The emblems right there kind of stand through. I'm kind of glad that I actually didn't put the metal behind them. I kind of like the way how it just kind of looks kind of see-through. So all we have left now to do is we're going to get my little logo here put on the bottom of it. And then I got a little bag of these little cork feet that I'll put on the bottom of it. So we'll get those installed. And then we're going to finish the whole thing with boiled linseed oil. I found with this specific maple that I'm using, man, it really makes all these colors and everything pop. So we'll go ahead and get the linseed oil on it first, and then we'll get everything else installed. And hopefully you can really watch this color come to life here when I put this linseed oil on. Now look at the difference in that color just from putting that oil on there. And that spalted maple really sucks in that linseed oil, and man, I just love the way it really just makes the color so much richer and more vibrant. I mean, look at the bottom. You can just really see all the colors. Really, really beautiful. Love it. Well, really happy with how that turned out. Let's let it sit for about an hour, and we'll see if we need to add another coat or not. Everything's had a chance to dry, so here it is all finished up. Like I was saying, that oil really makes the colors pop. So now we take all the slate coasters here that we made, and they stack right behind the Volkswagen like this. So now as he's taking a look at him, he can actually see his car, or whichever one of these ones he wants to put in the front. We got his dash. We got his dog all grown up, and we got him when he was a puppy in the back. So those all lay right in there just like that. That was a fun project. I really love it when the clients give me a chance to kind of have my own little artistic twist to stuff. Well, thanks for joining me for another video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up. Feel free to share. If you have any questions or comments, please put them down below. I'll do what I can to answer them for you. If you really enjoyed this video, you want to join me for all my other projects, all my other adventures, hit that subscribe button. Again, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you around. What are you guys doing?